woke up in a great mood and with a fresh perspective. The city was far from my mind, and waking up to a lake view started the day just right. It was cold last night, dipping down to 34 degrees, but my quilt kept me nice and cozy. Today I was in no rush, so with a bit of signal, I was able to put on some music and enjoy my coffee and oatmeal. I was on my own time today, and nothing was waiting on me. So today, we dance. Getting started today kind of late. It's about 10 o'clock. Getting out of Lake Morena. I'm trying to make my way to Fred Canyon today. It's a 12-mile day. It's a little bit longer than what I've been doing, but feeling good today. Hopefully I have enough time. But so far so good. I think the first stop's going to be Cottonwood Creek. And that should be pretty nice. So I'm going to go check that out. And make the most of our day, try and get these miles in. Alright, peace. I was feeling strong, with plenty of energy and confidence. I know this section well, as I have hiked this area a few times before, so I knew what to expect ahead for at least the next 5 miles or so. I was on the lookout for new plants and animals, and was happy to find even more flowers and bright colors amongst the chaparral. The first stop was the Cottonwood Creek Bridge, where last week I had met some PCT hikers, enjoying the shade and water. Seeing the smiles on their faces got me motivated for my own journey, and I couldn't wait to get started, charting my own adventure. Alright, so I wonder what this is. See, there's all these tiny little legs right here. There's that hole right there. It wasn't as hot today as yesterday, and even though I was making time to try out new shots and get creative with my GoPro, I felt like the miles were flying by. I was still a bit camera shy, but I was determined to document my trip as best as I could, so I could relive the memories and make this film for my family and future self. I looked back one more time to say goodbye to Lake Morena, as I was ready to move on to the next phase of my trip. Before long, the bridge was in my sights, and it was strange, the sudden change in environment as the trees took over this section of land. The southern oak woodlands was drastically different from the dry sandy chaparral I was just making my way through. The shade was a welcome refuge from the increasingly hot sun. Alright, so made it to the Cottonwood Creek Bridge. Like this spot over here. And get me some fresh water. Take a little siesta in the afternoon. It's about right at noon actually. It's a beautiful day though.
I came out of the oaks and into a beautiful dry grass meadow, stretching all the way to the next mountain range, headed up to the Laguna Recreation Area. The base of the mountain was only about 2 or 3 miles away, but it looked like it would take me forever. The relatively flat trail helped me to get through it quickly as I made my way to the next rest stop at Boulder Oaks Equestrian Campground. The tall grass waving in the wind was hypnotizing, and before I knew it, I was coming up on my second crossing of Cottonwood Creek.
This is gonna be easy. Oh yeah, I got plenty, thank you. Oh, thank you. Appreciate y'all. Alright, so made it to Boulder Oaks Campground. And I had a little break in the shade. It's about 150 right now. Still got about 6 more miles for the day. So, and it's actually a lot of uphill. I think it's about 1,000 feet uphill. But think I can make it. Still early. I got good legs on me, feeling great today. So, I'm gonna make the most of it, get these miles in.
I met up with David at Boulder Oaks, and I didn't know it at the time, but that was the last chat I would have with him. He was a really nice guy, probably in his 50s or 60s, happy to finally be living his dream. Crossing under the Highway 8 bridge gave me a second wind. I knew this was far off from the border where I had started, and I was just entering the real mountain range. I had one last push for the day. I was at 3,200 feet. My planned campsite at Fred Canyon was at about 4,300 feet, so I knew it wouldn't be easy. I tried to keep my pace slow and steady so that I could enjoy the views and plentiful wildflowers while I saved my energy for the tough climb up ahead. But even at a modest pace, I was starting to feel the miles, and the sun didn't seem to let up. It was getting hotter, and my pack felt like it was getting heavier with each step. It was tough, but the sporadic breeze up high was refreshing. I've driven this way many times to get out of the city, and onto the Sunrise Highway and Laguna Mountain Recreation Area coming up soon. Even in a car, it was a long drive. Looking back, I was amazed by how far I had come just today. How many thousands of steps I must have taken. Finishing on time started to feel more and more possible.
Made it to Kitchen Creek. It's fucking awesome here. I think I might camp here for the day. I think we're at about 11 miles, 10 miles for the day, something like that. Surprisingly, I'm not getting eaten up by mosquitoes. The water's pretty clean. Wouldn't drink it straight, but awesome here. I think I'm gonna chill here. It's what I had planned with like a mile and a half from here, but it's about 4 o'clock. Call it another day. Might as well, right?
I had hoped and dreamed of finding a desert oasis like this while I was out here on a hot day. It was too perfect to pass up. Something about it was just special, so I really didn't mind coming up a bit short of Fred Canyon. I got in another 100 push-ups to cap the hard part of my day before settling in. I was determined to get 100 a day while out here just for the bonus points. The water was cold and tasted fresh. It was flowing easy, so I filtered and drank as much as I could to hydrate while I basked in the sun on the river rocks. I set up my tent pretty early. I thought I'd have the spot to myself before Oliver came, and he had much the same idea as me and jumped right in the pond. He was a young doctor from Scotland who had backpacked around Europe, and he was ecstatic about being on the PCT. The usable flat area was tight, but we welcomed 3 other hikers, and all settled in right next to each other, just about as close as possible without it getting weird. Darren and Jackson came through, a father-son duo with a lot of experience. They introduced me to the idea of cowboy camping. All you gotta do is lay down a ground sheet and crawl on your sleeping bag, they said. A simple enough concept. It would definitely save me some time setting up and breaking down camp every day. Not sure I was brave enough to sleep so exposed. I tried to learn from them as we shared stories about where we've been, what we brought, and all the things we had to look out for and look forward to. I was more than happy to share my own experience as a local, having hiked all over the upcoming Laguna Wilderness, where we would hopefully all meet again tomorrow. The epic views over the desert from the mountain ridge were always my favorite, and I was excited for the Burnt Rancheria campground. I spent some time alone meditating and medicating by the river, proud of everything that I had already accomplished, and more confident than ever that I would make it the whole 100 miles to Warner Springs. I stretched out my legs, only now noticing how sore they were, but the calming sounds of the river were relaxing me into a blissful state. I was really here. For once I was truly present. Too tired to be anywhere else. I couldn't think of anywhere that I would rather be anyway.
Ending my day, Kitchen Creek. Got a nice little camp spot with a few buddies over there. Hope they have their piece off the camera, but awesome over here. I'm gonna go to sleep to the sound of these little trickling tiny waterfalls right there. There's a bunch of them all up and down the server. Had a good night. Like, dip into the water. Been eating good, chilling out. Nice over here. I'm just taking it slow today. Tomorrow we get into Laguna and see what happens there. I think I got a resupply there. I need some more food. But so far, I'm really loving this.
As soon as the sun set and the temperature dropped, the Native Arroyo toads began the river choir, singing me the most beautiful lullaby. I tried to listen intently as I drifted off to sleep. This song was new to me, and I knew that I would never have a chance to hear it quite like this again.